I'm here today with Jessica Brooks Stevens from Barnes Bullets, and she has taken us on a plant tour as well as taken us to the range to shoot some hunting ammunition as well as some match ammo. It was a blast, and you guys have been outstanding hosts. I really appreciate that you brought me up here. It's also a pleasure to meet you in person.
Yeah.
So I wanted to learn a little bit more about you and your history with Barnes.
So I grew up in the business. My parents purchased Barnes Bullets in 1974, and I was 3 years old at the time. And I've worked in the business since I was a little kid. Started stuffing the lead cores into the copper jackets, putting the bullets together. My parents sold the business in 2010 to Remington Outdoor Company. I do still work at Barnes and for Remington Ammunition as well as the ammunition product marketing manager. I mean, I've been in this industry for several decades now, obviously, and my parents started my sister and I out hunting from a very young age and just shooting in general. But I remember my dad took me on my first dangerous game hunt when I was 14 years old.
We were talking earlier about concealed carry and self-protection, and this year we've been doing focus on the Second Amendment and how this year's election could or potentially may have an effect on our firearms rights.
For sure.
What are your thoughts about that?
You're spot on when you say, and if you believe that the outcome of this year's election could change the way that we know the Second Amendment. You know, I have concerns about that for a myriad of reasons. First of all, it's my livelihood, the livelihood of many of us in this industry. It's how we make our living. I mean, it's our passion, but it's how we make our living. It affects me that way, myself and my family. My first line of defense is a firearm. If I can't carry or use a firearm to defend myself, I feel like I'm in the Stone Age. I mean, I really, truly believe that for me, a firearm is the most effective means to protect myself. So I'm not terribly interested in a president that is in the Oval Office and wanting to take away my Second Amendment rights. My hope is that the shooters go out in droves and vote in this election. Put the right person in the White House that will keep our Second Amendment rights intact.